everyone. This is our final week in Level E. We will be discussing lessons 137 through 140. You will need worksheets 107 through 109, the fraction chart, the 4-in-1 ruler, the math card games book, the fraction cards, and the corners cards. This week is a review, game, and assessment week. Depending on how much time you have and how soon you want to finish up with school, you may choose to spread these games and reviews over a couple of days, but it's entirely up to you. Lesson 137 is a review of fractions, decimals, and percents. Here are the lessons to review if you find that necessary. Okay, for lesson 137, if your child missed questions 1 through 6, review lessons 40 and 46. If they missed questions 7 through 13, review lessons 47 and 56. Questions 14 through 18, review lesson 41. For questions 19 through 30, these questions cover all of the fraction lessons, so you're going to have to look to see specifically what your child doesn't understand. For questions 31 through 34, review lessons 19 through 22 and lesson 89. For the second problem, review lesson 51. For questions 35 through 42, 43 through 47, and 48 through 52, review lessons 77 and 89. For questions 53 through 58, review lessons 51, 52, 56, and 79. For questions 59 through 65, review lesson 89. And for questions 66 and 67, review lessons 89, 90, 91, and 94. Lesson 138 is a game day designed to review fractions and percents. So after several warm-up questions, you will be playing the 1/2 game, which is F8 in the math card games book. Your child can use the fraction chart if necessary. There is a blog about this game on the Right Start Math website, so I will leave a link in the description to this game and to the following games. Next, play corners with eighths, which is F22.1. There is a video about this game on the Right Start Math website. Finally, play percentages war game, which is F48 in the math card games book. There is not a blog or a vlog specifically about this game, but it is played like the harder fraction war game, which we do have a blog about. Once you're done with the games, go ahead and ask the in conclusion questions. Lesson 139 is a review of geometry and measurement. So here are the lessons that you can review if you find that necessary. So for lesson 139, if your child missed questions 1 through 10, go ahead and review lessons 100, 103, and 118. For questions 11 through 16, review lesson 100. For questions 17 through 18, review lessons 85 and 86, respectively. For questions 19 through 24, review lessons 102 and 104. For questions 25 through 27, go ahead and review lesson 118. For question 28, review lesson 126. For question 29, review lesson 101. For question 30, review lesson 102, and for question 31, review lesson 117. For questions 32 through 34, review lesson 103. And for questions 35 through 41, review lessons 85, 86, and 112. Lesson 140 is the final assessment. It is 4 pages long. There is a correction to the worksheet, so if your book was printed before May 19th of 2017, please follow the link in the description to the corrections page. After the oral questions, have your student complete the assessment and discuss the solutions. If you find that 4 pages is too much for one day for your student, go ahead and feel free to break it up however works best for you and your child. So maybe that is 2 pages in the morning and 2 in the afternoon, 1 page per day, or 2 pages on one day and 2 pages on the next. Any way that works for you is fine. Here are the lessons that you can review if you find that necessary. Okay, for lesson 140, if your child missed any of the oral questions, look to lessons 4 and 19 for question number 1, lesson 33 for question number 2, and lessons 3 and 13 for question number 3. For the write the answers section, question number 4, review lesson 13, question number 5, review lesson 7. For question number 6, review lesson 59. For question number 7, review lessons 19 through 22. That would be the same for question number 8, lessons 19 through 22. And for question number 9, review lessons 4 and 11. For the find the answers section, question number 10, review lesson 13. Question number 11, review lessons 21 and 22. For question number 12, review lesson 59. For question number 13, review lesson 68. The same with question number 14, review lesson 68. For write these numbers, questions 15 and 16, review lessons 15 and 16. For the round the populations question, 17 through 23, review lessons 16 and 17. And for the write the number in words question, which is number 24, go ahead and review lessons 15 and 16. Let's continue with lesson 140. For the prime numbers and factors questions, which is 25 through 30, review lesson 61. For solve the equations, questions number 31 through 34, these are mainly logic puzzles, and so I would just encourage your student to persevere and figure out the answer. So for the greater, less than, and equal to's problems, questions number 35 through 42, review lesson 30. For the rounding section, questions 43 through 45 and questions 46 through 48, review lessons 16 and 17. For solve the problem question, which is 49 and 50, review lessons 4, 19, and 114, and also play multiplication card games. For questions 51 through 56, review lessons 40 and 46. For questions 57 through 63, review lessons 47 and 56. For questions 64 through 68, review lesson 41. For questions 69 through 80, these questions cover all of the fraction lessons, so you'll just need to look to see where your student is misunderstanding fractions and review the fractions sections. Questions 81 through 84, review lessons 19 through 22 and lesson 89. For the second question in that block, review lesson 51. For questions 85 through 92, 93 through 97, and 98 through 102, review lessons 77 and 89. For questions 103 through 108, review lessons 51, 52, 56, and 79. For questions 109 through 115, review lessons 89. And for questions 116 and 117, review lessons 89, 90, 91, and 94. Okay, that's all for level E this year. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope to see you next time in level F. Don't forget to play those math card games over the summer to keep the facts fresh. Bye-bye.